Hello everyone, Michael Maloney here. You can find me on Twitter under the handle of @Mikey_Monstar. Now, our company that recently caught my attention is the ILUS Group. It's trading on the OTC as ILUS. Going forward, I'm just going to pronounce it ILUS. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation, but that's what I'm going to go with. The old company name was Elastro Pictures International Inc. But the old CEO, Larson Elmore, has stepped down, and after 2 years looking for the right merger candidate for ILUS, he finally found the perfect candidate to take ILUS to the next level. That person is Nicholas Link. He has been appointed CEO. Mr. Link is a highly successful and experienced entrepreneur who has done business in numerous countries including Asia, Middle East, Europe, and Africa. Under the new CEO, Mr. Link, the company is refocusing as an M&A company, executing a roll-up strategy, acquiring companies that are technology-oriented. Mr. Link already has an extremely successful company called FB Technologies Global Incorporated, which does business as Firebug. Firebug has factories in the UK and Dubai, focusing on technology for the fire and rescue sector. Firebug has invested over $4 million into its R&D department over the past several years and has numerous patents for the technology. Their products are already being supplied to many of the world's leading brands in more than 20 countries. The first plan of business, which has already been finalized, was acquiring Firebug and put it in under the ILUS Group umbrella. So basically this means ILUS already has a revenue producing company on its books. The CEO is quoted as saying, "Firebug merging into ILUS provides the ideal platform for the companies to grow their brand, footprint, revenue, and shareholder value exponentially." ILUS is also already in late stages of bringing the company current and preparing to submit a Regulation A application for fundraising and has the intentions to become fully reporting as an OTCQB company. The CEO also has stated that they already identified 9 acquisition targets, and 2 of them were already in late stages of negotiation. Well, today we found out one of those 2 companies was a company called the Vehicle Converters, located in Dubai, that was already doing $3 million in revenue before COVID. Now remember, ILUS has officially acquired Nick Larson's FB Technology Group, Firebug, and that is also now under the ILUS umbrella as well. And today we found out the acquisition between the Vehicle Converters was finalized. So that's already 2 revenue producing companies now under the ILUS umbrella. The CEO is also quoted as saying he'll be using the ILUS Group as a hybrid SPAC, which, as anybody knows, in 2021 is the craze. So for me personally, this stock just keeps getting better and better. Now, on top of merging Firebug into the ILUS Group and merging the Vehicle Converters, ILUS Group also announced a memorandum of understanding with the Millennium Group, a UK Dubai-based specialty company that's disrupting the market in design and development and manufacturing of unmanned systems and vehicles. Now, first, I'm going to read the news from February 2nd, since it was before today's news about the acquisition of the Vehicle Converters, and basically is what had me really start looking into ILUS. New York, February 2nd, 2021. It's on all the major news wires, but I'm reading the one from New Media Wire. ILUS International Inc., traded under ILUS, is an M&A company acquiring technology-based companies globally and has recently completed its acquisition of FB Technologies Global Inc., Firebug Group, a leading manufacturer of technology and fire and rescue vehicles, including its electric vehicle, which is 6x6, to the fire and rescue market. The fire and rescue market globally has been underinvested for decades and is now experiencing significant modernization due to the rapid urbanization of the cities becoming wider, taller, and more congested, making it increasingly costly and difficult for fire and rescue services to perform efficiently. Firebox Technology is based on water efficiency and water saving. Technology is at least 63% more efficient than conventional technologies, allowing responders to utilize much smaller and faster and much more economical response vehicles in most instances. A common scenario is where conventional technology would use approximately, give or take, 200 gallons of water to extinguish a car fire in about 90 seconds, in comparison to the Firebug technology, which would use 10 gallons in about 7 seconds. In order to facilitate its global rollout, ILUS has an acquisition strategy to roll up strategic companies to increase its route to market and manufacturing capacity and to continually develop the technology platform further. On this basis, FB Technology Global is very pleased to sign a memorandum of understanding with Millennium Group, a UK and Dubai-based specialist technology company disrupting the market in design, development, and manufacture of unmanned systems that serve to augment and transform team and mission capabilities while safeguarding personnel in hostile and dangerous environments in both the public and private sector. Globally, leading with the versatile and fully amphibious AGEMA, AGEMA, UGV, with its modular design to cater for a range of payloads. The Millennium Group also provided USV solutions in the form of unmanned, fully autonomous, rapid response vessels for marine applications. Jointly, the companies intend to develop an autonomous, unmanned fire and rescue solution for the military, fire and rescue, and specialist applications. Jointly, the companies have been working on solutions for many months for several major military and civil defense departments. Further to the fire, rescue, and emergency provisions, the companies jointly will look to develop the Millennium's autonomous technology onto the ILUS E-Raptor electric vehicle 6x6 UTV. Now, that's a lot to take in. Basically, what they're saying is Firebox technology is far superior to anything that we have on the market right now. Throw in the Millennium Group with their specialty in disrupting the market of unmanned vehicles, where they're trying to actually design something in terms of being able to go put out a fire or, another situation that needs, Firebug's application into all these unmanned vehicles, which obviously, as you know, in the future, it's going to be needed. Okay, so that was a lot already. But let's move on to today's press release about the acquisition of the Vehicle Converters. The main thing to notice, the Vehicle Converters, LLC, known as TVC, is a Dubai-based $3 million annual revenue business, operating as a specialist manufacturer and converter of special vehicles, primary medical, military, police, fire and rescue response, and usually small rapid response type vehicles. It also states that TVC, the Vehicle Converters, has some heavy-hitting clients. It doesn't say exactly who in the press releases, but if you read through the TVC presentations that will also be in this video, you'll notice some names like Apple, American Cross, Shell, United States Army, and many more. Also, you will see that custom ambulances that TVC has worked on have been American-based companies such as GMC, Chevy, and Ford. So that just goes to show you the Vehicle Converters is not some small company that ILUS acquired, but one that already has growth in some major clients. Now, we know ILUS already owns Firebug. They already supplied many top brands in the Middle East. The acquisition of TVC will speed up that access to a huge customer base of almost every top brand in the oil and gas, military, civil defense, and medical sector in the Middle East and North African market. Now, I know it's long, but stick with me. I'm trying to help you guys out. I want to bring this due diligence to you so you can go out and do your own. So let me read the press release that was released today around 1 o'clock for everybody. ILUS International completes the acquisition of the Vehicle Converters, LLC, increasing ILUS Group's manufacturing capabilities in preparation for the ILUS EV and Firebug technology rollout. The Vehicle Converters, LLC, known as TVC, is a Dubai-based $3 million annual revenue business pre-COVID, operating as a specialist manufacturer and converter of service vehicles, primary medical, military, police, fire, rescue, response vehicles. TVC has converted more than 8,000 of the most advanced vehicles for some of the biggest brands in the world, like I said before, and is listed on almost every major preferred supplier list in the Middle East and North African market. Many of the leading governments globally have been researching the possibility of having joint first responders in a single vehicle meaning one small vehicle arrives with multiple trained, multi-skilled responders instead of sending a fire truck, ambulance, and police vehicle to a small incident, wasting taxpayers' money. The TBC medical and police vehicle experience, combined with Firebug's patent fire technology, would make a world-leading solution that would be very difficult for any competitor to compete with. The management team at TBC is highly experienced and operates a good corporate governance system that fits strongly with the ILUS model. ILUS management believes that the strategic value of the acquisition will provide a return on this investment in a very short time. The Firebug and TBC factories will merge into one single facility during the second quarter of 2021, allowing consolidation, scale, substantial cost savings, and skill enhancement. The acquisition was paid for in cash and restricted shares. Before we go any further, that's huge. They paid with cash and restricted shares. On one of their tweets or one of the letters that I read, it is 18 months restricted shares. That's huge for any OTC company to actually come out of pocket and put their money where their mouth is and pay in cash also. So that's very, very rare in OTC land. Now, let me get back to the PR. The revenue consolidation into the ILUS group is a building block, and strategic value is placed on your manufacturing capacity, skill sets, and established routes to market. While Firebug already supplies to many top brands in the Middle East, the acquisition of TBC will speed up the access to a huge customer base of almost every top brand in the oil and gas, military, civil defense, and medical sector in the Middle East and North African market. TBC's experience in the specialist vehicle market will allow Firebug to expand their offering to customers in the rest of the world where TBC has not been active, and Firebug is active in more than 20 countries. This gateway should bring exponential growth for both the company's core products and open the door to develop some new game-changing products. In addition to the core products, TBC has developed a range of products that are non-core to the ILUS group. The margins are very attractive and utilize the same manufacturing process, and the products have an outstanding customer base and strong cash flow. And we create another platform for electric vehicle sales later. So, let me stop. Right there, you heard it. ILUS is going to be getting into the EV vehicle sales in 2021 or further on. But EV sales, huge, massive. Back to the PR. So ILUS will continue to develop this cautiously and structure it in a way that could allow possible divestment in future and does not distract from the core focus of this group. While TBC has strong manufacturing skills and IP, Firebug brings new, more advanced, environmental friendly, more cost effective, and longer lasting, lower maintenance, and lighter weight technologies. Firebug has its own copolymer plastic vehicles body manufacturing technology, and this will introduce into the TBC products, replacing the old-fashioned conventional GRP and metal vehicle bodies with almost indestructible copolymer bodies. Importantly, TBC has the assembly capability to scale up the production of the ILUS E-Raptor for the region. TBC has been successful over the years providing the vehicle conversions under the partnership with OEM vehicle manufacturers for the Middle East, and ILUS will look to develop this further. Ultimately, the TBC customer base in the region, who are mostly blue-chip government departments and various agencies, are under the immense pressure to move to EV, electric vehicles. This opens the door for the ILUS EV sales. ILUS is heavily focused on the development of an expanded EV offering in the future. The majority of sectors which ILUS Group target has not been modernized for decades, so the demand for modernization way supersedes the supply. The Middle East and North African market, MENA for short, has a population of 580 million people and is undergoing extensive refocus and huge investments moving away from oil dependency, creating the opportunity for change. The market is largely underserviced with the products that TBC supplies, and naturally being a desert, water saving is vital, which supports the Firebug water saving technology. One example is Saudi Arabia, who is creating the entire new region called NEOM, N-E-O-M, which is a 2 trillion Saudi riyals, which is about $500 billion development. The demand for ILUS and TBC products in the region is incredibly large. Nicholas Link, CEO of ILUS, says that he expects the acquisition of TBC will allow the group to maximize the potential in the region and exponentially grow revenue far quicker than can be done organically. The operational cost savings and efficiencies have a tremendous added value to the group too. And the benefit of a well-established and respected brand like the Vehicle Converters, TVC, will no doubt enhance ILUS, the brand, and shareholder value. So, yes, I know the video is a little long, but, so, in a nutshell, even though the ILUS group seems to be just starting, it is far from the truth. Firebug is already an established revenue-producing company, which now has a memorandum of understanding with the Millennium Group to integrate the superior technologies into unmanned vehicles and really disrupt the industry. Throwing in news today about acquiring the Vehicle Group with a $3 million pre-COVID revenue, and now you have a company with revenues and massive shareholder value. As of this video, the stock price is around 5 cents. I'm sure, as you know, it's OTC land. It will dip, it will rip, it'll go back and forth a little bit maybe. But once those filings start hit, you're going to start seeing a lot of new eyes and a lot of new movement. And you're going to be hearing about the ILUS Group a lot more. The ILUS Group is also working on getting the OTC market website updated and all their filings up to date. Huge for any company on the OTC market. So if you go check out ILUS on OTC markets and you see the stop sign, please note that is not going to stay there. The profile on OTC markets is also wrong. It's completely outdated. So they're working on that. They said that they requested access, so it's only a matter of time or days before we start seeing an entire new company profile roll out on OTC markets. As of right now, the share structure is 2 billion shares authorized. I know, 2 billion, right? But here's the great thing. Only 667 million shares are outstanding. It only shows over 500. It also shows 500 million shares restricted, which only leaves about 266 million shares in the float. But like I said, don't quote me on those numbers since they are still updating the OTC website. But according to the way it's trading and its recent big run up, it could be very possible if the share structure hasn't changed. And if it has, it hasn't changed by much. So there you have it. That's my take on the new ILUS Group trading under the ticket ILUS on the OTC markets. Now, of course, let's get into some legal disclaimers. I have to say, I am not a financial advisor, and trading stocks are extremely risky, especially in the OTC markets, and you could lose your entire investment. But from what I am reading, and only in my opinion, this is still almost the ground floor to get into a company that within the first few weeks has already brought amazing shareholder value to the forefront. Go give them a follow on Twitter. Their handle is @OTC_ILUS. Feel free to give me a follow as well at Mikey Monstar, MIKEY_MONSTAR. Also, please don't be shy. If you have any more due diligence to share, I made a mistake. Please do not hesitate to message me there and correct me and discuss more due diligence. We as investors on the OTC have to stick together. So, thank you for watching my video on the ILUS Group. I know it was just basically a little slideshow, but it's late here. I just wanted to roll something out, get a little more eyes on it. I will make a little more professional of a video, probably not this long, but hey, listen, when there's money involved, take the 20 minutes. What are you going to do? Go. That's what I mean. We are OTC for investors. We're not here. If you're a day trader, I get it. You really don't care. You're going to trade the volume and the momentum, the charts and all that stuff. But sometimes as an OTC investor, we find gems. Just like everybody that got into Humble, TSMP, around a penny or a little bit more, they're now sitting on millions of dollars. So it does happen. So thank you for watching my video again. Stay safe and safe trading, everyone.